All right, let's get started. Today, I'm going to share with you an update on the unemployment benefits that have been offered through the CARES Act, specifically what happens when it all stops. You're not going to want to miss this. You've probably heard by now that the CARES Act unemployment benefits for people like the self-employed and those who normally wouldn't be eligible to receive unemployment is set to expire at the end of July 2020. However, to be clear, we are only talking about the end of the extra $600 per week. The CARES Act did allow for an additional 13 weeks of state unemployment benefits to be added on to the maximum that the states normally offer. Still, for many out of work or finding themselves with reduced hours, what happens next? Well, the House of Representatives has already passed a $3 trillion stimulus package that would extend the $600 weekly payments. This is not law yet, as it would still need to be approved by the Senate and signed by the President. Some argue that the extended benefits would actually increase unemployment because people wouldn't want to go back to work. However, other research shows that extended benefits could actually lower unemployment because people would have more money to go out and spend. Now, unlike the HEROES Act that we just spoke about, there is another proposal, more of a sliding scale based on state unemployment levels. This proposal, known as the Worker Relief and Security Act, would allow Americans to continue to receive the additional $600 benefit for as long as the national emergency or state emergency is in effect. Then, once things begin to open back up, those out of work would receive benefits based on their state's unemployment levels. For example, let's say your state's unemployment rate was below 7.5%, then those out of work would receive $350 in weekly benefits for an additional 13 weeks. And then if they were still out of work after 13 weeks, they'd be eligible for $200 per week. Many analysts seem to like this idea the best because it is looked at on a case-by-case basis, really a state-by-state basis. So if things in New York were still shut down, but things in Kansas were wide open, then people in New York would receive continued benefits while people in Kansas could essentially go back to work. Many analysts are preferring this type of proposal because it's based on state levels as opposed to some sort of blanket policy for every state. And another proposal is a return to work bonus. In this proposal, the $600 per week would be replaced with a $450 per week back to work bonus after July 31st. To be clear, this would be for those who return to work only. Right now, this proposal is being looked at very carefully. However, many argue that it's ignoring the root cause of unemployment to begin with, the health crisis. Overall, with only a few weeks left of the $600 per week benefit, those in power are going to need to make a decision. And that is going to get a little bit complicated because Congress is scheduled to be on a vacation for multiple weeks during the month of July. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking to yourself. How can you be worried about extended benefits when you haven't gotten the current benefits so far? In fact, a Washington, D.C. resident sued the city over unpaid unemployment. Now that case hasn't gone to court yet, but it's still scheduled to in September. That being said, I wanted to share with you some of the worst states so far for this enhanced unemployment benefit. Arkansas, Delaware, Illinois, Kansas, Nevada, New Hampshire, Ohio, West Virginia, and Wisconsin were the final 9 states to finally pay out PUA. And it's here where I want to give a special shout out to Florida. Florida, literally, you have the least supportive unemployment system in the country. Excluding the $600 per week, you only offer $275 for your residents who are out of work. And of those unemployed in Florida, more than 50% have still not received their benefits. To those of you in Florida or in any other state who have applied but still have not received benefits, please keep track of the money owed to you. I'll drop a link down below to my money tracker, and if you're having trouble getting answers, I'll leave a link down below as well to a list of your state officials, and maybe you can ask one of them to reach out on your behalf. Now this next part sounds like something out of a Hollywood movie, but one of the reasons some of these states have been so slow is fraud. We're talking bogus claims and organized crime rings filing for benefits and clogging up the system. States like Maine, for example, rejected nearly 12,000 cases just last week. Now, this represents nearly 20% of Maine's claims. Now, to be clear, I'm not talking about those of you out of work right now who legitimately need benefits. I'm talking about organized crime across the nation. In fact, Washington's Employment Security Department detected a rise in imposter claims in late April. By the first week of May, it became clear that criminals were engaged in a sophisticated attack intended to take advantage of these benefits. Now, you can't make this stuff up, but it literally says that these organized efforts were perpetrated by Nigerian criminal gangs that specialize in identity fraud. Now, I bring this up just to illustrate a little bit how messed up all these state websites were. They were so old, they were ancient, and really it is a little worse than you think. For example, a computer programmer applying for unemployment benefits in Arkansas realized that if you just typed in the URL a little differently, it would automatically pop up some personal information about people and other applicants applying for unemployment. Now, eventually this problem was cleared up, but the same sort of thing was found to be happening in Colorado, Illinois, and Ohio. So a bottom line here, a few months back, we knew we were going to be in for a long and confounding process, but we had no idea that any of this was going to happen. And for some of you who haven't been paid yet, you're still experiencing it right now. I will say that bottom line, these benefits are still available until the end of July. And then Congress has a decision to make whether they extend the $600 per week of benefits, adapt more of that sliding scale state by state benefit, or offer something like a back to work bonus. My prediction is that it's going to be the sliding scale, and the reason for that is nothing's ever simple. It's never just a continuation of what's already in place. It's always something complicated that then has to be changed a few times along the way. However, I am hopeful that benefits to those who need it will be extended, and I'll keep you up to date right here on this channel. Okay, let's wind this thing down. These unemployment benefits are something that many people still need, and there's a few weeks left of the $600 per week. That being said, if you're finding yourself newly furloughed or laid off, for example, if your restaurant was keeping you on the books using PPP money paid to you, and then all of a sudden they just brought you back and realized nobody's going out yet, or maybe your state's still shut down, you can still apply for these benefits and those extended 13 weeks past July. The majority of states are still backlogged, so be prepared for a long process, but just keep track of the money owed to you and stay on top of those amounts. That being said, please help each other down below in the comments. Each state is a little bit different on this path so far, and those of you who have already seen my channel and have helped people before, thank you so much. Also, if you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe, like, and ring that notification bell. It really helps keep me going and encourages me to do this research and get this information out to you, so thanks. Also, we launched a brand new private Facebook group for people who love talking money and helping others learn about finances too. Feel free to join that, and you'll be one of the first members to help us craft exactly what this is going to look like moving forward. All right, and if you stuck around this long, let me show you around here. If you've seen any of my previous videos, just on the other side of this wall was our living room kitchen area. But we are expecting a new baby in about a week, less than a week. We're very excited, and the house is almost completely set up, but we've moved and converted a lot of our fitness equipment, couches that were in storage, and this YouTube setup out into the garage. So let me give you a little tour right now. Okay, here's the camera setup on the tripod, and you'll see that desk light along with the ring light and the laptop. My desk fits perfectly there, but you'll notice right above it, we have this window air conditioner unit, and I had to build a shelf to exhaust it out. Also, we don't have a basement, so this is our storage area here. I'm going to end up putting the air conditioner out that window, but we got to get that window replaced. Now, this whole place is insulated, but we did put a heater in and a ceiling fan just to move the air around. And that's our little bar area. We've got the coffee machine, refrigerator. Be nice to hang out with friends there. Along with an old futon we had in storage and a carpet, just wasn't being used. We also have some old fitness equipment and a stroller there. Got to find a place for that. And here's the gym setup. Got a nice elliptical, spin bike, and that's a treadmill. It was in the shot before, so I just lifted it up. I'll move it down now. Yeah, and we work out in here every day. We got a little TV on the wall, little antenna, pull-up bar. And there's my little setup. I'm sure it'll improve. We'll get some wall decorations and things like that, but there it is. All right, as always, I'm Rich, and until next time.